Everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you joining us for today's session of the Run at the Rate 100 webinar series, an initiative by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Board of Studies Operation to celebrate excellence, ignite insight, and empower the next generation of finance professionals. I want to introduce the chairman of Board of Studies, CA Dr. Rohit Ruadia. He is an iconic Central Council member of ICI and currently serving as chairman of the Board of Studies Operations. Dedicated to student empowerment, he is committed to modernizing CE education through digital platform, innovative learning methods, and industry-related training, making him a key force in redefining the future of the CA profession. Now I want to introduce our Vice Chairman, sir, CA Sanjeev Sanghi ji. CA Sanjeev Sanghi, a seasonal chartered accountant with over 26 years of experience, currently serving as the Vice Chairman of the Board of Studies Operation ICAI. Known for his visionary approach, he is committed to empowering young professionals, enhancing auditor ethics, and strengthening ICAI global presence through innovation and inclusive growth. Today's session is an exciting one and a truly essential skill in the modern financial world. The topic is balance the books and life, work-life harmony for CA students. To lead us into this artful territory, we are privileged to have with us a distinguished speaker, CA Divya Ajay Shanbhag. Introduction I want to give of the speaker, sir. CA Divya Ajay Shanbhag is a chartered accountant with experience across top-tier firms, including Deloitte, Goldman Sachs, and KPMG. She currently serves as Deputy Manager in Audit and Assurance at Deloitte, where she leads complex audit engagements for global clients, including FTSE 100 companies. Prior to this, she was a product controller at Goldman Sachs, handling the high yield bond portfolio. Beyond her corporate endeavors, Divya is deeply passionate about tech teaching and served in Charest University as a visiting faculty, sharing her expertise in commodities and derivative markets with the next generation of the finance professionals. Let us give a warm welcome to C. Divya Ajay Shanbhag. Over to speaker, ma'am.
Thank you very much, sir, and welcome all the students that have joined. It was a really nice introduction. I think the crux of this whole introduction is just one thing, that I am a chartered accountant, and then I too have been a CA student, just like all of you that have joined in. Yes, so I'm going to share my presentation now. Just hold on for a minute. Yes. So in today's session, we will speak about balance. Yes, balance between work and life for you all, just so you have a very, very balanced life outside of your careers as well. Yes. As CA students or even as qualified chartered accountants, we chase many things. We chase perfection, we chase deadlines, we chase dreams that are very heavy to handle. Yes, but in today's session, we will pause, we will breathe. And why will we do that? Because today's session is not about any debits or any credits. Rather, it is something far more valuable. It is about you itself. Okay. Even before we begin, the first and the most important thing is to understand whether work-life balance is a myth or is it even possible at all. Yes. The first thing we need to understand within this is the fact that we have to accept our realities. Yes. As chartered accountants or as to be chartered accountants, since you all are students right now, we need to accept our realities. We are not ordinary people. Yes, we are chartered accountants. The word in itself is so heavy, right? Not just the profession, not any company. Rather, the law in itself gives us a lot of responsibility. Yes, it does give us a lot of power as well, but with that power comes lot of responsibility. So it is not a normal 9-to-5 life that we lead like most ordinary workforce of India does. Yes, which means that we need to define our definition of work-life balance very, very well. Yes, So, when we think about work-life balance specifically as CA students or as chartered accountants, we need to understand that balance is not a 50-50 thing, okay? Which means you can't expect that as a CA, you will establish such stringent boundaries that you will log off sharp at 5 p.m. and then have personal space for yourself and for your family post that. Yes? Rather, what it is that you need to aim for is not equal time, but intentional time. And I'll explain what I mean by that. By intentional time, I mean that you should not be busy 24/7, 365 days a year. You need to have periods where you get some rest and short periods where you can take a breather before you move on to your next couple of goals. Yes? And the third point over here is the fact that work-life balance is a very, very learnable skill, and it won't come to you immediately as you start studying or start working, rather. It will come to you with time. Yes? Early on in our careers or in our student life, we are always chasing. We want more, we need more, and we know that we are capable of more. Yes? Sky is the limit for everything that we can do, but is that limit attainable realistically is something that you need to really assess for yourself. Okay, so I hope this slide is clear. We accept our realities as chartered accountants or CS students. We are not normal people. We won't have a very normal 9 to 5 work day. But then even with that, even given the amount of responsibilities that we have, we as humans deserve some time off. Okay, and that skill is extremely learnable in nature. Fine. Now, the other thing we need to do is in India, especially, yes, the culture glorified is the fact that you can handle multiple things all the time. It's very glorified. So, in India, you're expected to do hundreds of things, even if you're just one person. Yes, the quote that I've put over here is from David Allen. He said that you can do anything, but not everything, right? What did he mean? Of course, sky is the limit. We can do everything that we put our minds to. Yes? As chartered accountants or as CA students, we are very smart. We are focused. We are talented. We know a lot of things. Yes? In fact, the CA curriculum prepares you for very generic subjects that are not even part of your expertise. Yes? For example, as audit professionals, you will know taxation, you will know financial management, you will know costing, you will know budgeting, you will know everything, yes? But just because you know everything and you can do everything, does it mean that you should? Probably not. Yes, you need to think about yourself as well. Life is a lot larger than sort of work is, yes? One more thing I want to point out is that as much as we love to put multitasking as a skill, as a talent on our resume, more often than not, studies have pointed out that it is prioritizing and completing work one by one that helps more than multitasking ever can. Yes? So let's just understand what studies sort of things. Look at this picture on the screen, for example. He's holding a book, he's writing something, he's studying something, he's eating an apple, he's drinking some coffee, he's using his phone as well, all at once, yes? But what does prioritizing mean? Each of these things over here in this picture are important. It is not, I'm not saying that, okay, only studies are important, so that is all he has to do. Even that phone over there is important. He needs to have his personal time. He needs to take a break once in a while. Yes. Same for that apple that he's eating. Why should he not have his food? He should definitely have his food. Yes. What is it that I'm saying is he should not have all these many hands. He should not be trying to do all of these all at once. Yes. So prioritizing means nothing but you have one clear goal at any given point in time. So, for example, his first hand is studying. Yes, first hand from the bottom left is studying. So he's studying. Fine, let him study for some time. As soon as he's done, he's trying to write something. Great, let him write in practice. Once he stops that, he wants to take a break, use his phone. Fine, extremely awesome, right? Let him use his phone for some time. Sort of free up his mental space. After that, he's a little thirsty. He wants to grab a cup of coffee. Fine, let him do that. Fine. So this is what prioritizing is. You should not be doing everything all at once because then you'll get super distracted. Yes. Rather, you should have one very clear goal in your mind at any given point in time. and then you should sort of focus on. Okay. The other thing that studies show is every time someone multitasks, you will get very low quality output as compared to someone who is prioritizing and focusing, which means they will have high quality focused work delivered. Okay. Again, like I said, multitasking is often praised because a lot of work gets done. Yes. But if you step back for some time and think about it, you did deliver a lot of work, but did you deliver quality work that requires less review or less repetitions, less errors is something that you really, really need to think about. Fine. The next thing, whenever you're multitasking, yes, your brain needs some time to wire back to reality. Okay, so it needs some time to come back and understand, okay, I was doing task one, suddenly my body has switched to task two, suddenly it switched to task three. Oh, I have to come back to task one again, right? This is very, very difficult for our brain. I'm not saying it's not possible. Let me be very, very clear with that. Again, like I said, we are super talented people. So this multitasking is definitely possible, and I'll show you how in the next couple of slides. Multitasking is very, very possible, but is it efficient? Is it good? Is it fatiguing you? Is something that you need to really think about. Okay, so multitasking leads to a lot of mental fatigue, whereas prioritizing, which means you wait, slow down, think about one very, very clear goal in your head and do it very, very in a very focused and efficient way will give you a lot of mental clarity and high quality work. Okay. Again, the next point is about constant switches. Like I said, when we mean multitasking, it's not like we're doing 8 tasks all at once, right? Instead, what are we doing? We are picking up one task, we're doing it half, and then immediately we're moving on to the next one, then to the third one, and then trying to come back to the first one that you half left. Yes. So multitasking is often like that. It's obviously not like we have 6 hands to do 6 things. Yes. So instead of multitasking, what you end up doing is doing a bad job at many jobs. Yes. Instead, pick a job, finish it, and then move on to the next. Now, right before I move on, I want to give you an example from your own CA student life. Yes. You have 6 subjects, and a lot of faculty might tell you revision is important or you're going to forget. Yes. So do 3-4 subjects in a single day. Try to limit that. Yes, you cannot possibly do 3, 4, or even 6 subjects in a single day. It is insane. Rather, what you can do is specific targets. Yes, you can think in the back of your head or write it down somewhere that, okay, I have total these many subjects to cover. Of the first subject, I have 1, 2, 3 topic to be done today, which means at the end of the day, I can pick up subject 2 for revision, of which I will do topic 5 and 6 for exam. Yes, write that down very, very well. And when you are studying for subject 1, yes, have a very, very clear understanding in your head. Yes, that this is what you are studying for. Forget that the second subject exists at all. It is for the second half of the day. Yes. So when you're studying for the first one, completely forget that you have to revise the second one. Fine. So now you put deep focused work into subject 1. You studied it. You know it now. All your doubts are resolved. Your studies are done for the day. Now, in the second half of the day is when you pick subject 2. Okay. In subject 2, when you're revising subject 2, completely forget about what it is that you studied in subject 1. It doesn't matter for the time being. Yes. So this is how you need to prioritize what you're doing and focus on only one thing at a time. Fine. Similarly, I've seen a lot of students, when you're taking coaching, right, you will start with one subject for exam. Yes, say you started with accounting for exam. You are going in a good flow. You've covered couple of subjects already. Suddenly your friend will come and tell you, oh, you know what? Taxation has too many amendments this time. It's very difficult. It's too much. It's too voluminous. What will you do then? You'll forget, oh, FR, it's fine. Accounts is fine. I can manage. Yes. So immediately you leave that subject in half and switch over to taxation just because someone else told you that it's difficult or something new has come up there. Yes. So completely try to avoid that. It's fine. Everyone has a learning phase. Yes. So go slowly, slowly. Have clear goals in mind. Focus on those and complete those. Okay. I'm going to move on to the next slide. This is what I was saying, that I'll demonstrate to you why multitasking is not as efficient as we think it is. It's a fun game, and I'd like all of you to try this out with me as well. The activity is more of us trying to establish which is more efficient. Is it multitasking that is more efficient, or is it focused work that is more efficient? Fine. So I'll explain the rules of the game, and you can try this out with me. Fine. The rules are simple, okay? The output that you get should look something like the below. Now don't try this example now, because obviously as an element of surprise, I'm going to give you a new sentence altogether, okay? This is just an example, so pay attention to the rules really close, okay? So for example, we need to write 2 rows right now, okay? So the phrase in my example is work-life balance, okay? So I need to then write separately in 2 rows. What do I need to write? I need to, in the first row, write the spelling down, okay? So I'll spell WORK in separate boxes, life and then balance, all of it in separate boxes, okay? Then I have to have a separate row for it where I add the count of the digits, okay, of the letters there. So for example, under W, I'm going to write 1. Under O, I'm going to write 2. Under R, I'm going to write 3, and so on. Fine. Now we will solve this exact same thing using 2 methods. And the clock over here that you're able to see on your slide is nothing but indicating to you that every time you solve it using 2 separate methods, you need to time yourself. Okay. I will also do it with you on the screen so you can have a look. Fine. What are these 2 methods now? The first method is single row at a time. Okay. What do I mean by single row at a time? I mean, I will write full row 1 first, and then only I will move to row number 2. Okay. So I'll write WORKLIFEBALANCE first, and only then I'll start writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Okay. Now let's start the game. The phrase will be up on your screen in just a couple of seconds. There you go. This is your phrase. Fine. This is your target sentence. Your target sentence is study smart, live well. Okay. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to just try this out yourself. Ma'am, how do I time myself? Super simple. Just go to Google, look, just type on Google timer or stopwatch, you will get. Okay. All you need to do is press this blue button. Fine. Set everything up. We are going to start. It's 4:18 now. We are going to start in just a couple of seconds. Get a pen and a paper if it's easy for you all. I will be doing this on Excel itself, so it's easy for me to present and so that you can see as well. Okay. Okay, I hope everyone has everything set up. Let's start. You can either watch my screen or preferably do it yourself as well. Okay, so this is the target sentence: study smart, live well. Explaining the rules again. In the multitasking method, you need to say study. So you need to write row 1 and row 2 simultaneously, which means I will write S over here, 1 over here, T over here, 2 over here, and so on. Whereas in the one task at a time method, I will write the whole thing together and then second row whole thing together again. Fine. In each of these times, I will time myself so we know what are we better at. Okay. So let's start method 1, multitasking. I'm going to start the timer here and let's start. Yep, I've completed it in 48 seconds. I'm sure you're all better than me. Yes, go doing it on paper comfortably. So please write down your timing, stop your clocks and write down your timing, please. Method 1, multitasking. I have completed in 48 seconds. You all can obviously write down your respective timings. Is fine. I'm going to give it a minute again for people to complete method 1. Please write down your time and then complete. All right, I'm going to start the next task, which is focused one task at a time. Again, what that means is I'll write study smart, live well fully, and then I'll write 1, 2, 3, 4 over here in the second row. Okay, I'm going to reset the timer for myself and I'm going to start it all over again. There you go. Awesome, I've completed already. There you go in just 31 seconds. So I'm going to write 31 seconds as my time over here. I hope you've all done this as well. Please write down your timing and then we'll discuss a little further. Okay. Please write down your timing in the box over here. Write down your timing for both the methods. Awesome. I hope you've all done the task, and I'm sure, if not for the 100% of you, I'm sure for the majority of you, yes, multitasking would have taken longer than one task at a time. It is only and only because our brains are wired to do one thing at a time, unless you specifically train it rigorously every single day that you can do two things at a time. Yes, so our brains are actually wired to do one thing at a time, which is why this task got done sooner as compared to multitasking. Okay. Again, like I said initially as well, is multitasking impossible? Did I get anything wrong over here? Absolutely not. Yes, the output in both these cases, if you see task 1 in method 1 and method 2, the output in both cases is the same. It says first row says study smart, live well. Second row says 1 to 18. Same thing over here as well. Yes. So the output is exactly the same. It's just how efficient you are doing it is the question. Yes. And also the possibility of errors over here is super low. Okay. Whereas if you do it over here, you do have some possibilities of error because your brain is not wired to do what it is that you're trying to tell it to do. Okay. So I'm going to head back to my presentation, please. Okay, awesome. Yep. So while we spoke so much right now about how you should save time and, not multitask and you should be more efficient, it's easier said than done, right? So let's identify how it is that we can prevent this from happening. Okay. The first thing you can save time in is to avoid these study blocks. Okay. These blocks are nothing but something that slow you down in the process. Yes, every time we start something, even if it's simple things like shopping, for example, or travel, for example, what is the first thing you do? You describe your budget. Yes, the maximum amount I'm willing to spend on this trip is say 20,000. Yes, so your start point is always a budget. Yes, only then do you actually implement the entire travel plan and where you need to go, where you need to stay, what do you need to do, what do you need to eat, and so on. So everything circulates in and around that budget. Yes. In life, also be like that. Yes. Budget is time for you. Yes. Time is money, people, in our profession, in our careers, in our study life. For us, time is money. So we need to save it as much as we can. In fact, we need to create time where there is none. Yes. So in my example itself, that 10 seconds that I saved, it matters a lot because then I can move on to my next task 10 seconds sooner. Yes, it matters. Okay, so that is why the first thing we need to do is identify what it is that is slowing us down. Okay, so that is why first step in all of your careers, in all of your study lives, is to identify the block. Figure out what it is that is causing the block. So in your studies, for example, is it the fact that you're not having the right material? Is it the fact that you do have the right material but you're not understanding the concept? Is it the fact that maybe you have the understanding of the concept, you have the right material, but the teacher that is teaching you is not teaching it very well, he's confusing you a lot? Yes? Or is it just the fact that you've got all the resources that you need? It's just you lack motivation. You are overstressed or you're super distracted by 100 other things that you're doing. So you're not coming around to the task at hand, to the topic at hand. Yes, all these are very, very valid reasons. So never feel ashamed. Yes, don't think, okay, oh my God, I'm getting distracted. It's my fault. No, nothing is your fault. And it doesn't matter also what is your fault or it's not. At the end, what does anyone see? Are you a CA? Are you not a CA? Simple. The reasons behind it do not matter, which means for you also it should not matter. Irrespective of the reason, you are supposed to be taking responsibility to fix it. Okay. So step one was what? You identify the block. You identify what is it that is slowing you down. Fine. Second and most important is to break it down. Yes, especially in CA. We try to be everything. We try to please everyone, employer, family, relatives, parents, everyone. Yes, we try to be the best version of ourselves in every single area that is in front of everyone. Yes, we should not do that. We need to slow down a little bit. We need to break our lives into smaller, more manageable pieces. Okay. Now, what do I mean by that? Think about it. Why do you have two groups at all in your CA exams? Yes. Wouldn't it be simpler for ICAI to just conduct 6 papers at once? If our mother institute itself, yes, is breaking our task of passing the exam into two halves, means we need to learn something from it. Yes, our exams are broken into two halves because it depends on person to person. Yes, some people are capable of studying for two entire groups all together at once and then writing it. Yes, the rest of us are capable as well. It's just something is preventing us. Probably we don't have the resources that the first person has, or we don't have the time that the first person has, or at this point we just don't have the capacity to sit for hundreds of hours and study like the first person has. It is completely okay. Yes, again, like I said, at the end of the day, what matters is whether you are a CA or you are not. It does not matter how much time you took to become one. It does not matter the attempts you took to become one. It does not matter the effort that you took to become one. Yes, your backstory is it's important to us, of course, but to the world, it does not matter. Yes, and more importantly, to employers, it does not matter. Okay, so what do we need to do? Once we identify a block, we need to break it down. Fine. Believe me, people, after the COVID wave hit, yes, a lot of resources have come up to a point where I cannot even explain, and you need to be super grateful for it. If you are stuck anywhere, there are resources to help you out, and they are not necessarily just ICI resources. You have external resources as well to help you out. Yes. Also, a lot of revamp is happening by the Board of Studies. Yes, they are trying to make the material self-explanatory for you to a point where you don't even need anyone to explain anything to you. Yes. So the minute, say, for example, in this example, let's assume there is a topic you don't understand, within which there are 2-3 questions that you don't understand. Yes. Instead of just staring in the void and hoping that it comes to you someday. Yes. What do? Look for the right resources. That is the most important. Again, break the block. Yes, you don't understand the concept, or do you not understand the question within that concept is very important to understand. If you don't understand the concept at all, forget about those 2-3 questions. Why? Because of course, if you don't understand the concept, you can't solve the question. It's given. It's a no-brainer. Yes. Similarly, if you understood the concept very well, it's the question or one particular adjustment in the question that you're struggling with. That's completely okay. That's a separate problem in itself. Yes. Again, the solution to each of these pieces is very different. If you don't understand the concept, you have to read further. Yes, you have to read, you have to research. You have to probably go to a video that is explaining to you the concept. Fine. Similarly, if it's the question that you don't understand, then look for the name of the question on YouTube. You'll probably find a resource. Go to ICI portal. They would have explained the answer very well. Yes. So two separate solutions to two separate problems. So do you see how I broke down one big problem into two separate problems with two separate solutions? Yes. This is in any day more efficient than trying to figure out everything by yourself. Okay. Now, this was a very small example. Sometimes the environment in itself is an issue. Yes? Maybe the house you're sitting and studying in is super noisy. Maybe the friends you're surrounded by are very lax, they're relaxed, they don't take exams so seriously. Or maybe it could be that they are very smart people themselves. But for us as average students, we need to put in an extra effort to study the same topic that the friends are understanding in minutes. Yes? Again, all of this is completely okay. Why? Each of us have a different journey. Yes? And again, at the end, all of us are either chartered accountants or we are not. It does not matter who is the smarter chartered accountant, who is the slower chartered. It does not matter at all. Yes? How we get there does not matter. Yes? So if you ever feel stuck, if you feel like it's the environment that's pulling you back, it's not a question or two you're struggling with, it's the whole subject, it's the whole course, it's the whole career that you're struggling with, it is very important to change your environment. Yes? Again, going back to my example, if you believe the house is too noisy, I can't sit here, there's something going on either outside or within the house itself. Simple. Go sit separately somewhere. Go to a library. Invest that time. Yes, you might think, oh my God, it takes time for me to travel from my house to the library every single day. I'm wasting my time. Believe me, that is the best investment you can make. Why? Because surrounding you are then people that are also doing the same thing. Everyone is studying in a library. Yes. So you sit, you study there quietly. Fine, take 20 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour extra. It's okay in the day to go and come back traveling. Okay, it's fine. Similarly, like I said, sometimes the circle is not good enough. Yes, the study circle is not good enough. Either they're very lax or they're very fast and you just feel stuck somewhere in between. Okay, in those cases, it is super important, extremely important to set those boundaries very, very strict. Okay. And by this, I don't mean lose those friends. Absolutely not. The topic we're talking about is work-life balance. You need to know to have two separate lives, a work life and a life for yourself. Okay. So I'm not saying cut out your friends. You be friends with them, no problem at all. Yes. But cut out your study circle during your work hours. Yes. So when you're studying, change your environment. Sit somewhere else with the people that are understanding you in an environment that's supporting you to learn in your own pace. Yes. After that study is over, fine, go hang out with whoever. Yes. Who is stopping you? Nothing at all. Yes. So that environment for you to set up is super duper duper important. Okay. Next and most important is try to switch learning methods. Okay. I'll give you an example. I was a Big Four article, for example. Yes, I was a Big Four article. When I was studying, when I came back home after my long work day, yes, I would be extremely tired to a point where I could not physically get myself to sit long hours and take up a subject entirely from start. Yes, so I could not afford time or manual effort to sit, take a pen, take a paper, and sit and solve on weekdays. Yes. But I was extremely efficient on weekends. Yes. Because I had that energy. I could wake up early. There would be time, 48 entire hours. Yes. So you need to then use different learning methods. In my example, just because I'm tired on weekdays, that should not prevent me from learning. You cannot say, I am tired today, I've worked already today, so I'm going to be lax, I'm not going to be doing anything to. Yes, then your balance is broken. What do I mean by your work-life balance is broken? If you don't do anything for 5 days on the weekday, then you don't have any time to afford for yourself during the weekend, correct? Because your entire time is then gone compensating for the time that you lost during your workday. So where is the point of balance in it? Yes. So don't put yourself in that situation. Now, what is the solution for this? Can I just stop feeling tired because, we attended the session today, ma'am said you can't be tired? Is that possible? No, of course not. Yes, it's not realistic. Just because I'm asking you not to be tired, will you not be tired? You will definitely be tired. Yes. What do you do in that instance? You need to adapt to your life. Yes. What do you need to do? Okay, I'm tired. It's fine. There are multiple videos, people, today where there are professors that are taking the effort for you. Yes. What are they doing? They are elaborately, adjustment by adjustment, solving every single question in detail. Otherwise, there are other professors for you that are going concept by concept in an order. Yes, line by line, word by word in the material, trying to explain to you the concept. Yes, so you need to learn to use these different learning methods that will work for you. You might not physically be able to sit and, open a new subject, try to learn everything. No worries. You can get assisted by someone that's helping you out. Yes. So try different methods, try videos, try flashcards, try best is to try to teach someone else. So you be like, okay, I will teach you this and in return you teach me that. Yes, have a good circle that will support you in your exams. And a bonus tip from my side, something that helped me a lot during my CA preparation, is to buy A3 size papers. Okay, buy big A3 size papers. Believe me, it will save you a lot of time that you can then utilize to have a life outside of work. Yes. So in A3 size papers, you can summarize large concepts, things like ethics, for example, large concepts all put into one place. So your mind can then focus on that one paper rather than multitasking in different papers, different material. Okay. And the last but not the least, if none of those four things I said work out, what to do? Just take a nap. Yes, believe me, from personal experience, you might sit all night trying to figure out something. Yes, then you can't, and then you just go to sleep. Just forget it, go to sleep. Okay. Believe me, the minute you wake up and look at it with fresh eyes, it will suddenly come to you. The question will solve itself a lot of the times, 9 out of the 10 times. Yes. So it's just that you're tired, you're exhausted. Yes, you need a break. It's completely okay to take a break. And never think that, okay, taking a break is wasting time. It's not. It's helping you become more efficient. Yes. So take very well deserved breaks, take the rest that you need. And believe me, a lot of the problems will solve itself because your fatigue will go on. Okay. That being said, be very conscious about these breaks. When I was studying, for example, there were no reels. Yes, there are so many reels today. You need to be able to cut out that digital distraction, especially. Should I stop watching reels? Should I deactivate everything? Should I just throw my phone away? Absolutely not. Again, work-life balance. Yes, you need to set that balance. You need to have in mind, okay, I'm tired of studying now. I'm going to take a short reel break. Completely okay, do it. Do it, but time it. Yes, okay, I have half an hour to watch these reels and then I'll go back to studying strictly, not a minute more. Okay, so have that in mind to cut out these digital distractions. Okay. Next and most important is to find your passion. Yes, believe me, people, we will all reach the pinnacle of our careers by the time we are maximum 40 years of age. Yes, 40, 42, 45, whatever. What do we do after that? Yes, we still need to be great. We will definitely be great by 45. Yes, we are all chartered accountants. Our careers are set. Yes, we will be great at 45. The question is, will you be great at 50? Will you be great at 60? Will you be great at 70, 80, 90 until you die? Yes, That is the main question that we need to address. And for that, chartered accountancy or our work lives, irrespective of what we choose, do we choose to practice, do we choose to work, it does not matter. Yes, we need to have a life outside of that which will make us passionate. I now have on screen a quote from my very, very favorite movie, The Dead Poets Society. Read it. It reads, "We don't read and write poetry because it's cute. We read and write poetry because we are members of the human race. And the human race is filled with passion. Medicine, law, business, engineering, and of course, chartered accountancy. These are all noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. Yes? So have something in your life to be passionate about that makes you excited, that makes you look forward in your life. Okay? Look at this very alarming statistic, people. As CA students, I'm sure you've been promised multiple times that you will get awesome, highly paid salary packages. Yes? Which is not untrue, but then understand that there is a life outside those salary packages, and at some point, that number that you get in your bank will stop mattering to you. Yes? Look at the statistic. 82% of Indian professionals now place work-life balance on par with salary, indicating a significant shift in workplace expectations. Yes? What does this mean? People are valuing things other than money. You pay me 1 lakh less, you pay me 2 lakh less, it's fine. But let me go home at a reasonable hour so I can spend time with my mom, with my dad, with my sister, with my significant other, with my pet, with whoever. Yes? Let me spend that time. If not with any of those, let me spend time for myself. Let me get a good night's sleep. Let me drop in a quick workout. Let me go to dance. Let me have a passion outside of work. Let me do something as a hobby. Yes, so if you notice, 82%, not 1 or 2% people, 82% of Indian professionals now prefer what? Not salaries that are large and glorious. They prefer a balanced work life. Okay. Yes. So I've put certain images on the slide for us to go through. What does a life outside of work even mean? Yes, of course, you're studying throughout the day. Yes, but you should still get some time to do something outside of it. Have a hobby. The first image on screen is a girl playing a musical instrument. It's her hobby. Yes. So you're mentally not wired to study 24 hours a day. You need to get some rest. You need to take some break. Yes. So during that break, if you like, do something that's meaningful. If you're passionate about a musical instrument, go ahead, play it. If you're passionate about dance, just play a song, dance to it, feel light. Yes. Second most important thing, especially in your 20s or your early 30s, depending on what stage of CA you are at, we do see a lot of people across ages. Yes. Do not waste this time sitting at home just studying, working all day. Yes. At specific points during the year, even if it is super low budget because you've not started earning yet, it's okay. Gather a couple of friends or make your family agree. Take small vacations. Yes, take small vacations because the real way to dream is to see more places. Only when you see more places, travel more, meet new people, see different cultures, is when you will become a very well rounded individual. Otherwise, you'll only be a frog in the well. Yes? So, of course, I'm not asking you to travel abroad or, all the way outside, but take small vacations or at least see within your own city, within your own state, see a couple of places and come. Fine. So don't restrict yourself to a point where nobody knows that you exist in your own house, in your own locality. Okay. The third and possibly the most important on this slide is to give time to family. Yes. So we need, believe me, people, I have a sister, I have mom and dad. Just spending time with them relaxes my mind a lot. Yes. We could be talking about random things. It doesn't even matter. Yes. Just sitting, talking to them gives me so much calm and patience in life. Yes. You will forget completely about the stress that you've carried all the way from work or from your study life into home. Just spend some time with family. Remember, your parents are aging by the day. Yes, your sister, your brother, your siblings, your friends for that matter, you're all inching to the next stages of your life. So you're all going to separate out soon. So you can't really wait, okay, I'm going to finish CA, then do all this. No, you don't do that. Yes. CA is a long, grueling journey spread in stages. Yes. You have foundation, you have intermediate, you have final. And in that also, there is no guarantee you'll make it in the first time. Yes. You might take attempts, which is, like I said, completely okay. Yes. So, in this long, grueling journey, you will miss out on a lot of these things which you should completely not. Yes? So, give time for your hobbies, give time to travel, and most importantly, give time to your family, even if it's just a couple minutes a day. Okay? And why have I put this Diwali image on here? Irrespective of your faith, celebrate your festivals. Yes, this slide is so relevant today because Diwali is just around the corner. Do I mean celebrate all 3 days, just, keep bursting crackers left, right, and center all the day? No, not at all. Yes, again, work life balance. Yes, don't lock yourself in the room for all of those 3 days when you can hear crackers being burst outside, people celebrating, exchanging sweets. No, you're only going to get isolated and depressed due to that. Yes. So have some time set out to celebrate these festivals. Go make a rangoli. Just go outside, burst a cracker or two. Just spend some time with family. Exchange 2, 3 sweets and come back to study. Yes. So don't completely isolate yourself. I've seen so many chartered accountants say, for the past 3, 4, 5 years, I've not celebrated one festival also. I'm so proud of that because today I'm a chartered accountant. Well, you would have been a chartered accountant even if you ate one sweet or burst a cracker that day. Nothing will happen. Yes. Of course, don't waste time. Rather, intentionally use it with very specific limits. Okay. Most important, get some rest, people. Take a breather, go to sleep, cut away distractions, take a good night's sleep, and you'll feel super duper refreshed. Okay. Yes. This is something a partner told me. Yes, a partner in a firm I'm working with. So he's obviously super experienced in his career. He said, choose progress over perfection. Yes. This is super important because a lot of the time the CA journey is tough and long. It's grueling. Yes. We then get obsessed with perfection. For example, I pick a subject. I try to learn everything about that subject. That subject has 500 pages. I'm sitting and reading every single word on every single 500 pages of that. No, right? You have to stop being obsessed with perfectionism. Why? Because not all of those 500 pages are really relevant. Yes, you just know sometimes intuitively as a CS student what is it that is important, what is it that carries a little lighter weightage than the others. Does it mean don't study because it doesn't carry marks? No, of course not. You have the rest of your life to go and learn every single page of those 500 pages. Yes, but for your purpose right now as a CS student, think what is important, understand it, and don't be obsessed with learning every single word. Most importantly, because your mind itself won't remember it. Yes. Second, it's progress that builds momentum. Yes, your aim is not to get 100% marks. Your aim is to become a chartered accountant, and that you can become, with a certain set of marks that ICAI has established. Yes, so of course it's not possible to get 100% marks. Yes, so choose something else in life. Choose to take a breather instead. Become a well-rounded, all-round human rather than just someone that's running behind marks. Okay. Third and most important, mistakes are a part of learning, people. In our profession, we try to act like we are know-it-alls. Yes, we are not. We are all still learning. We are still in the nascent stages of our careers. I'm sure you are all still students. Some of you might be articles. Yes, there is a long way to go in our careers still. Yes, we have to still work for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years. And mistakes are going to be part of that journey. It's completely okay to make those mistakes. Yes. So if you get a question wrong or if you're scolded by your principal at work, it's okay. So what? I'm an article. I'm still learning. Or I'm just a CA fresher. It's fine. I'm just learning. It's okay. So long as you don't repeat it, it's completely okay. Yes. So choose progress. Don't worry that you made a mistake. You're not perfect. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Choose progress instead. Okay. Next, and really important as well. Real world CA work, right, values progress. Every client that I worked with, they don't really care, how you worded a certain statement in your work paper or how it is that you're giving your report. They don't really care. What matters is the crux. Yes. Do you really understand the business? Uh, if the client comes to you with a certain business question, are you immediately going to answer it? Are you capable of it? That is what really matters. Yes. So don't try to be super duper perfect. Try to be quick and still accurate. Okay. With that, I'm pretty much done. Thank you very, very much for listening in. If there are any questions, I can take those now. Otherwise, we can end the session.
Hello.
Hey, hello.
So it will continue now or no more?
Yes, sir, I'm largely done. If there are any questions in the chat board, you can just let me know.
Yes. The question is, what does work-life balance personally mean to you as a CA student?
Well, I'm not a CA student anymore. I'm a chartered accountant. So I
If
will
you
answer
are
that
if,
perspective. But
as a CA student, if you are.
yeah, so I was a CA student, of course, when I was studying. So it did mean a lot of things, right? The journey in itself is super grueling. It's long, it's tedious. There are a lot of stages that you need to cross. There are so many exams that you need to cater to. You cannot stop at one level. You need to go on and on and on and on till you actually get that degree. Yes. So for me, the balance to that was simple. I need to be a chartered accountant, no doubt, but then I also need to have a life outside of work. Yes. Foundation, for example, was super simple. I was in college, I gave my exams, so I could sort of easily manage. It got tougher and tougher as the exam progressed. Yes. So the next exam was CA Inter. Yes. So that was super difficult because you had to then manage that along with university as well, right? So I then aspired to learn as much as I could at my own pace. And then, of course, as soon as I qualified, came articleship. Yes, that is where it got the toughest because in your articleship, you have just cleared inter, you know not much about the CA profession. You would have joined your articleship. And parallelly, you also need to prepare for your CA final exams. Yes, so it gets super difficult. In those instances, like I said, I used to manage my time very well. I used to be very careful with the time that I give to different people. For example, when I would be at work, I'd only think about work because after all, once you qualify as a chartered accountant, you need to, be good at your work as well. You can't just be good at studies. Yes. So at work, I would think only about work. I wouldn't care how much of syllabus is left to cover that day. And then once I come back home is when I'd completely forget about work. I wouldn't care how many deliverables are pending at work. I think only and only about studying. And then I'd study it really well, focus time. So I think the way to manage is to, give proper focus time. And of course, I have the support of family, and then we take small breaks with friends as well in college. So all of that is completely okay. You've got to learn to manage that as part of your CA journey.
So one question on behalf of the student: how can a CA student start building a professional network practically while still in the learning stage?
Yeah, that is an awesome question and very, very relevant. So thank you to anyone that brought it up. I think it's really important, especially if you come from a background where you're not very well connected. Yes, which is the case for most of us. Um, in today's world, it is very easy, believe me. Most of the jobs I have got are help is because of help from people that are completely strangers to me. Yes. So chartered accountancy as a profession is a very supportive profession. Every single one of us, since it's a meritorious exam, right? Every single one of us has been through the struggle. So all of us are very, very supportive to you. So it's just a matter of how you reach out. Yes. So, for example, me, I am always reachable. Yes, to anyone and everyone. So, any doubt, any referral you require, anything you just want to network about, you just need some help, tips, all chartered accountants will make sure they give you that time because they too have faced those same struggles during their study period. Yes. So, my first tip is to get onto LinkedIn or other networking portals like Naukri and so on, even if you're not immediately looking for a job. Yes. So, build your professional network from day one itself. Yes. From the time you're studying itself. My second tip would be to start gaining relevant experience. Again, a lot of chartered accountants or articles for that matter wait until the end of their articleship to start thinking professionally. Yes, so don't wait. Start getting the right courses, the certifications, start doing some real projects. Just go do simple things like go to a company's annual report, study it, publish it on your LinkedIn feed. People will engage. Yes, and more importantly, a lot of events are conducted by ICAI or within your articleship firm itself. Yes. So when you're doing articleship, you have the privilege of meeting so many more chartered accountants. So speak to them, understand them, see what it is that they're doing, jot down their contact details, and always stay in touch. Yes.
So, one more question is, what would you do if you realize your health is being affected by stress and overwork?
Yeah, agreed. That is a very, relatable question. Yes, I'm sure all of us face this today. For health, again, it should be a non-negotiable in your life. If you are sick, you take the sick day. It's that simple. Yes, it should be a completely non-negotiable thing. And in order to not fall sick, of course, take care of yourselves, both physically, mentally, spend that time. Just like I said, there are some personal things which are non-negotiable for us. We need to set out that time, and nobody should, take priority over that. This is one of those things. So, for example, every day, if you have to work out, or someone has told you that, okay, looking at your medical condition, you need to spend an hour walking. Do it. Don't think about anything else. It's fine if you leave a task or two at the end of the day undone just because of this. It's okay. Go out, step out, and do it. Health is super, super, super duper important. Just think about it. If you all fall ill soon in your careers, then you sort of, it's a pullback, right? You can't do as much as you thought you could. So, yeah, it's a complete non negotiable. There's no two thoughts about it. Spend the time, take the days off, take the breaks. Yes, especially for articleship students, I would say be have a good relationship with your manager or the partner you're working with. Yes, the person you're working with, have a good relationship. Be there for them when they need it. Yes. Don't think, okay, I'm just an article, it doesn't matter, I don't really have much significance. No, build a good relationship from day one itself. So be there during tough times for them. Yes, and I'm sure every chartered accountant will be there for you in your tough time. So our network is like that. It's a very supportive network. Everyone I've worked with in my career so far has been super supportive. So long, it's a two-way thing, right? If you're there for them and it's a genuine reason, you can definitely take off. It's valid. It's a priority. Same goes if your parents fall ill or someone in the family falls ill. Non-negotiable. Just go away. Go away, take the time, come back and think about everything. Yes. So it is life. We have to take it that way.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
much, speaker ma'am, for this insightful and power-packed session on balance the books and life, work-life harmony for PA students. You have truly shown us that beyond just counting numbers, it is how we communicate them that drives real decisions. All our participants, thank you for your presence and enthusiastic engagement today. We hope this session will assist in positive manner on said topic. Let's continue the spirit of learning as part of the run at the rate 100 webinar series and take every opportunity to grow as future ready CA professionals. Until next time, take care and keep learning. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. We can leave the meeting.